Hey, homeschool boss moms, it's Kara Mendez. I'm here for our Monday Q&A. How are you? I feel like my camera is a little wonky. That looks straighter to me. Okay. All right. How are you? If you catch this on the replay, you can still comment along with the video, ask any questions that you might have. Or even just put replay in the comments. Let me know that you checked this out. I just love to hear from you guys and know that this videos I'm doing are serving you. So today's question is time management. How do I do all the things? House, school, kids, sports, and I can't hire anyone to help me. Well, my response may not be a popular one, but I really don't think that we should be the only ones doing all of these things. Like, it's not really healthy to do it all by yourself. So if you don't have a partner to help you, then you have to build a community of people to support you. Like, it's your job. Like, that should be your priority for you, because to think that long term it's sustainable for you to keep everything. And I mean, let's be honest. If you're trying to do all of this by yourself, you might be able to kill it for a week or kill it for 2 weeks, but then you're going to burn out, right? You guys, I have been doing this for 7 years. I've got 5 kids, 5 kids. Do you have any idea how much mess 5 kids makes? You guys know how big of a mess 1 or 2 makes, right? You cannot sustain that. If you were really honest with yourself, do you really think you could sustain it? Probably not, right? It's not doable. So, why would you think you could do something that's not sustainable? Why would you want to do that, is what I want to ask you. What other solutions could you come up with? Get creative, right? And I happen to know that a lot of you have this story that it all falls on you. I know that story very well. I just want to call bullshit on that. It's just a story that you created. And sometimes, a lot of us, homeschooling moms especially, can be perfectionistic. I would say we're high achievers, and I don't say that as in a bad way. I think you can be a high achiever and you can have a very balanced life, but sometimes we might try to overachieve. I think that there has to be a lot of boundaries. Just to have this lifestyle run smoothly in general, you have to have strong boundaries in order for it to be sustainable, right? There might be a lot of you, I know myself, I did this for a lot of years without healthy and strong boundaries, while taking on way too much, way more than my fair share of the work. It says that there's 5 people watching, but I can only see you, Maria. Hey, Maria. So we take on too much. And we're not organized enough. So it requires a high level of organization. It requires a strong as shit mindset, and you have to have the strongest why. And you guys, it's not about time management. This is not what it's about. Yeah, managing your time is helpful. Sorry, that's our other business line. It's busy season. It's ring on every single video I've been on today. Okay. Sorry. Now there's a phone call coming to my phone. Okay. So where was I at? This is about the energetics of it, right? Like, so how much of what are you doing do you enjoy? Hey, Sarah, what's up, girl? Waving at you. How much of it do you enjoy? Like, are you having to do a lot of things that you're just like, I hate this? Because if you're doing those things, then it's going to be exhausting and it's going to use so much more of your energy, right? So, like, all right, let me go back and try to answer the time management piece. I really just don't think that this is always a time management thing, but it is a little bit. I think it's more energy. So like when our energy is aligned, then we can get so much more done, right? So when we are doing things that we enjoy, doing things that we love, when we are feeling supported, when we feel safe, when we're happy, when we're joyful, like we're in gratitude, and when we are in, like loving ourselves and like know our self-worth and all of these different components, and we are like allowing ourselves to do things that make us feel good. When we are doing these things, then we end up being more productive in short amounts of time. So essentially it helps us with our time management, right? But it's really an energy management piece, okay? But if I'm like sludging through every day going like, I don't want to do this. This sucks. I hate this part. Or I'm like, have to will myself to do it, like the majority of my activities, then I am going to be left just feeling so depleted, and I'm not going to be as productive. I'm not. If you guys want like scientific proof of this, like you can legit like go check out Brendan Burchard's High Performance Habits. I read his book and I was like, oh, I love this. These are all the things that I teach, and I didn't even know that there was like the science. I just know from my experience, and of course I've picked up some of those things along the way, but what I found is like when I'm feeling good and like lit up and I'm like, woo, yeah, this is good and things are good. My husband and I are getting along. The kids and I are, we're jiving. Oh, hey, Maria, no worries. Then like I can get everything done, like boom, 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 like knocking shit out, right? But whenever I'm like, oh, I have to like write this email sequence and I don't want to do it. It's, like then you're just sitting there staring at your screen and you're like, or you're like avoiding, right? Like you'll avoid things. So like there's a time management tip, like do shit that you don't want to avoid, or figure out why you want to avoid the thing that you need to do. And how can you, again, come back to center? How can you get back into alignment? Like literally this is like, I have like a whole month that I'm going to be teaching in the Back to Center course where we are going to talk about energy management. And, I can tell you some of my tips that how I stay organized with my calendar, right? Like I put everything on my calendar these days. I like black out time for this, that, and the other. Yeah, Maria, that's you avoiding. Totally, right? Like we all do that. Like when you find yourself just like picking up your phone and you're like swipe, 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 and you're like, you've seen the same feed like 4 times, and you're like, there's nothing even here that I want to look at. Like you're avoiding, you're avoiding some shit. Maybe it's a hard conversation that you need to have with your husband. Hell, maybe it's a conversation you need to have with yourself. But I think that that's often like, we have enough time to do the things that are important to us. It's just that mostly we don't want to do them for some reason, right? There's all different 1,000 reasons. Maybe it's something that just feels hard. Maybe it's just something that feels like yuck or whatever, right? Or maybe we're doing something else that we committed to that we don't really want to do, and then that's detracting us from the things that we do want to do. Like I would just encourage you to start saying yes to more things that you want to do that feel good. And you will start to realize that you will start to create more time and space for the things that you need to get done as well. Like, another thing I would say is getting enough sleep. Like, if you are not getting enough sleep, and hey, Sarah, what's up, girl? If you're not getting enough sleep and you're trying to like move through your day, you are not going to be as productive and as efficient with your time or your energy, because your energy is already, you woke up depleted, right? So like one thing you guys know about me is I am all about being resourced, like fully resourced. And Maria naps daily. Oh my gosh, you're an angel. I'm jealous. I nap when I need to, or I rest when I need to. I love it. Naps are so good. God, do you know for years I could not allow myself to nap. Like, just like some of the women who were posting about this, like, everything's on me and I have to do everything. And I'm just like, why do you have it set up that way is what I want to know, right? Like, you set that shit up that way. You're not a victim. You have so much power. You can get that community of people. There are people who want to help you. There are just helpful people. 10 minutes is all you need. Oh my gosh. I usually need a little bit more. Yes, you gave yourself permission. That's exactly what you have to do. You have to give yourself permission. Ladies, it's not your time management. It's you have to give yourself permission to ask for support, to ask for people to help you. Yes, you just have to give yourself permission to receive support, to be willing to receive support. Like, no one can do this all alone. No one can run a business, take care of their kids, homeschool their kids, and take care of their house, and run all the errands, and do all the sporting events by yourself. No one can do that. Like, that is not reality. And you're human, and you're not even designed to do that. So, like, why would you want to do that? I'm so curious, like, I know why, but I'm asking you to inquire within yourself, like, why is that your goal? Why would you want to do all of those things? I tried to do them. I did them for a really long time. And guess what that got me? That got me almost divorced. That got me, hey Claire, hey Sienna, welcome Sienna. That got me adrenal fatigue. That got me super disconnected from my children, which is totally the opposite reason of why any of us homeschool, right? Like, we want to have more connection. Maria says, delegate and lower your expectations is your philosophy. I'm all about the delegation, but I am not about lowering expectations. Temporarily, maybe, but not in life overall. I think that we get to have what we want, and it gets to look like how we want it to look like, but we do have to have some grace around it, and we have to get creative. Like, I like my house clean. I really, really do. I do not thrive in a dirty, messy house. I just don't. And so, but, you know, we had some habits where I was like doing it on the weekends, and then that was like all the weekends were spent like prepping for the week. And so that was too much. Oh, you mean as far as what others do? I don't expect my family to do the things the way I would. Yeah, no, not exactly. Right. I get what you're saying. Hired help, though. Yeah. So you relinquished control. Right. Yeah, like, so I like, let other people do the dishes, and I like let other people fold the laundry, and I teach them how I like it to be done, and I try to continually update that, or not update that, coach them, if you will, because I do. I'm like not even gonna lie. Like I'm super anal. Like I have all of my lids in my cabinet like organized with each other and like the colors, and my closet is organized by season and color. So it's like each color block is organized by season within that color. So like all the blacks are like long sleeves, short sleeves, tank tops, and then like all the greens the same way. But I've always been neurotic about my closet. Just always have. But I have like these little systems. I don't know. It kind of helps me stay organized because I have these like little systems that I do with things. And then that also saves time. So like there's a time management tip for you guys. Like organizing like little stuff. Like I just do things the same way every time. And then it like just makes it a habit. And then I like don't have to think about it. You're a recovering type A. I've adopted a good enough attitude. Good enough. Oh yeah. Like good enough. That's good enough. Oh yeah. I have totally like let go of some things. Maria, we're like soul sisters. Yeah, I have definitely let go in some regards and then got to delegate in other areas. But there were some years where we also like couldn't afford a cleaning person. But the other thing is I just didn't ask for enough help from people. Like now I'm like, if I feel myself getting to like this is the key, you guys, to like being able to manage your time better is managing your energy better. She says, Samantha says, oh my gosh, you don't want to see my closet right now. Samantha, I would probably want to like KonMari it for you. You guys, though, I've always been that way. My mom said even when I was a little girl, I would like line my peas up on my like high chair, like straight in a line. This is how I've always been. But yeah, definitely recovering perfectionist over here. But there are so many things. Like, I'm not saying that my whole house is always perfectly organized because my office right now is atrocious. Like, it's the one area that has not been fully addressed because it's just like, it's just not. Like, the paper piles in my house are a problem. Like, that's the thing that I haven't gotten under control. This paper. But you know what? Here's the other thing. Be gentle with yourself and like you do what's a priority for you and just like work on, here's some great time management tips, you guys. Take the things that are the most important for you that would have like the deepest impact on you like right now and just start with one of those things and just break it down into little tiny chunks, right? Like maybe this is some of your, like you guys maybe wait until things get like really bad and then it's like you have to spend like 2 hours or like 4 hours on it to like bring it back up to speed. So just like, I just build in like little habits. I do like, oh, throw a load of laundry in the morning and, you know, just like wash like 1 load a day or 2 loads a day or whatever. And then maybe on a day that I have a little bit more time, I can do like 4, you know, or something like that. So, and then like, I'm just like one of those people where like I walk into the bathroom and if the kids have like toothpaste all in the sink or something, like I'll just like wash it out really quick, you know, and I like straighten things all the time as I walk around the house. Like I'm just like picking up and just do little things like that. Not always, but like it depends what I'm doing. And I have like certain days, like I don't work every single day. Well, kind of, but like I don't do focused work every day, I should say. Checking in with Facebook and what have you is smaller chunks. So you guys, I have a simple and spacious schedule training that is like $7. I'm going to drop it in the link for you guys. This will help you with time management stuff and it covers like all of it. Maybe I should teach a live training of that. Who would like that if I taught a live training of the simple and spacious schedule? I might do that because you guys always talk about your time. I would love for you. So here's what I have you do. Like track how you're spending your time. Like, literally be like, this is what I do in my days, my weeks. And determine, like, what do I love to do? What am I doing that's not in alignment with what I love to do? What am I doing in my days that feels good? What doesn't feel good? And you kind of can start to, like, basically, like, because those things that you don't like to do, it sucks energy, right? Like, it creates like an energy leak for you. So if you can start eliminating as many of those as possible, then you can start plugging up those energy leaks. And the more energy you have, the more productive you can be in a shorter amount of time. I mean, literally, this is like, it's what I do. Yeah, chunking things on a daily basis is great. Yeah. So, like, and some moms do different things, Sienna. Like, I have a friend, a friend and a client who has 6 kids, and she just does all of her laundry on, like, one day. I think she spends, like, 4 or 5 hours doing, like, all of the laundry, and that's just what she does for one day. And then she, like, meal preps on the weekend, and they have their meals ready. And, like, my husband and I, we do that too. We like batch cook our food. So we, like, cook a bunch of food on the weekends, so that I don't have to do, like, dinner and dishes, like, I don't have to do, like, a big cook, like, every day or every other day or anything like that. So I only, like, cook really, like, twice a week, maybe. Hello, my love, Chrissy. Yeah, so we batch cook on the weekends. I keep things organized as I go. I just have little systems to help save time with things. I have, like, designated places for everything too, so I always know where to find things. Like, I could tell you, except for my kids' shoes, because who knows where those are, but I could essentially, like, tell you where anything is in my house at, like, any point in time, just because of where everything has a home. And so I just know where things are, and that just helps us save time with, like, looking for things, and just, like, decluttering regularly also, so you don't have, like, a bunch of extra random stuff that you don't need. Let's see, what other time management things can I tell you? Do what you love. Yeah. Hey, Missy. Let's see. Let me think if there's anything else that I really use. Yeah, calendar everything. Oh, here's some really good scheduling tips that I have for my calendar and keeping everything straight. So the busier that my life gets, I should say the more full. I don't like to use the word busy. Hey, Heidi. So many boss moms here today. I will set myself a reminder for a day before or even a week before, depending on what it is, or if it's like, even if it's like register my kid for camp. I might put that on my calendar like a few weeks ahead of time to remind myself that it's coming up. Or like if I need to schedule something or whatever, I don't know, like all kinds of different things. But I set reminders usually like way in advance, like at least a day. And then I'll set more like leading up to it. But that way it's like, oh, I need to get a sitter for this time because I got to like go to the doctor or do this thing or whatever. Then I'm not like rushing around doing it at the last minute because I forgot that thing was on my calendar. So that is a major saver right there. Yeah. Gosh, I don't know. I feel like I dropped quite a few tips in here today. So, all right, you guys, that's enough for tonight. I'm going to go eat dinner. Let me know if you have any questions or if you have like a specific thing. I'm totally happy to come back and answer your questions. So just let me know if you have any questions around anything I said, or if you're already using some of these tips, or if you have some great tips to share, by all means, would love to hear what you have to say. And my way is surely not the only way. I'm sure many of you are amazing, organized, time-efficient mamas. So if you got some goods to share, then please do. Okay. Talk soon, ladies. Bye.